Hello and welcome to my micro channel. Now, I was talking to a mate of mine the other week and he was buying a new rifle scope, or actually looking for a rifle scope. And I was asking him how much was it going to cost him, and he said it was going to cost him about 300 quid. And I goes, what's special about it? And he said, you can fire up to 200 to 300 meters with it. And I goes, but you have an airsoft rifle, it doesn't fire that far, you muppet. And he started to laugh. And I said, but I understand about getting a good scope, 100%. But you're not firing live weapons. You are firing an airsoft gun, like I fire airsoft weapons. And the distances are incredibly different. So we had to think about it. He says, well, you have to have a good scope. And I said, totally 100%. But you don't have to go mad. So we had a bit of a challenge. And what happened was I actually got a £30 voucher off a friend of mine for my birthday. Thanks. And basically I thought, right, what can I do? So I went onto Amazon and I basically came across this. This is the Goatland. I think that's how I spell it. Spell it? Say it. I don't know if it's tired myself. Been around since 2017. Sorry, I couldn't hold that laugh in. It's a rifle scope. It's made in China. 20mm rail mount, and it is a 1x30mm, whatever that means, because half of it is a lot of crap. But this cost me £18.99. It was basically not in a sale. There was no, obviously, discount. So I just thought, it's cheap. Let's see it. Around the box, all you've got is obviously your information. Netherlands, Deutschland, France, España. I think that's it. Yeah, seen Italy there. We don't get it in the GB, Republic of Ireland. It tells you here, don't eat your batteries. They're not very good for you. I'm glad they told me that, because, I mean, hey, I opened this box and seen a battery. You never know, I might have thought it was a bit of a treat. Moving on. But there's nothing spectacular about it. You know, it just basically tells you where it's manufactured. The customer service is in Shanghai, so I can't see me going down saying hello. There's Europe in the sense of Dusseldorf, and obviously UK Ireland is Manchester. If you've got an issue, which it's a cheap rifle scope. To me, you're out of luck. Now, the thing I learned about it, I really do genuinely believe this isn't a return item. I do. I don't know why. Might be because of the boxing. Crap. But anyway, here it is. I'm not expecting anything super duper, realistically. Super duper? God, I'm back in the 80s. We'll leave the conversation there. So you get your scope in this little bag. Safety again, they've got little holes in it in case you try and stick your head in there and, you know what I mean, choke yourself. If anyone texts me, messages me, sends me a message or any sense that says why the reason is there's small holes in there, seriously, time to move out from your parents' house and get a friggin' life. So what is it? It's a small metal type with polymer unit. It is quite hefty, I must admit. It is quite a bit of weight to it. I mean, not too heavy, but just a little bit of a weight to it, okay? You can see this is all basically cheap type rubber that's supposed to replicate leather. Yeah. Okay, I do like the screws, I must admit, I do like the screws. Very easy to get it on and off. Obviously a bit of branding, can't knock a bit of branding, can you? You've obviously got your elevation and your adjustments for your, obviously your sight system. On the top, let's just see if this works. Yeah, I've got a feeling there's a battery in here because it said battery supplied. I've just got a feeling, and usually it comes in a separate bit of plastic or a bit of cardboard, don't it? Notice there. So CR 2032 classic, and that's where I think someone's purchased this prior to me, not happy with it, sent it back. Very choosy, aren't they, for the price that you pay? Okay, you got these covers. Okay, that's quite a clean lens, I must admit. That is quite a clean lens. Okay, let's try the other side. Again, quite a clean lens. I always have a bit of a joke with people. Which end do you look through? Yeah, I think that's the side, because if you look like that, it looks like you're looking at LSD. Okay, or on LSD. You can adjust these. So it's, I'm not being funny, for $18.99, it seems to do the job. Let's have the big tester. Let's go for red 1. So your numbers are 1 to 5, okay? Actually, I got it wrong, it's not that side, it's this side, so I'm actually on green one. It's just a very, very small dot, and then let's whack it up all the way to 5 on green. That's quite intense, actually. That's quite an intense green. I don't know if the camera would pick that up, okay? I'm sorry, I only have a cheap camera, okay? But that's quite intense. Let's go for the red. So again, number 1. Oh, very limited in the sense of dim. Let's go up to 5. Well, that is definitely, just checking the other side. Yeah, that's definitely a lot powerful, okay? So, very powerful, yeah. So, when I'm using it, I've got to look that way, obviously, with the adjusters. Yeah. And if you put it to the G, or you put it to the R when it's on there, that basically shuts it down. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm quite impressed, actually. I'm not just saying this. I'm actually quite impressed. So what we'll do, all messing around, we'll stick it onto one of my airsoft rifles, and we'll just see, 1, how it looks, and 2, is it any good? Let's see. So believe it or not, before I actually have to go on the range and have a little blast with this and test it out, it's not as easy as what people think, actually connecting it. So there was me thinking that you just put it on and the bracket clicks is on, and then you could just screw these nice little nuts type thing screws back on. It would have been quite easy. No, it doesn't really work like that. It's obviously because it's a cheaper one. But then again, you pay for what you get. I always say that. But see, even dropping screws. But you see, what you have to do is physically put it on and basically keep it steady yourself. And again, it is that fear all the time of you're gonna thread the screws. So it's not like you click it on and then you just tighten it. You've obviously got your little marks here for your screwdriver or anything that you want to use to intensify it. But to take it off, what I would be worried about, this is me, if you're going to be doing it, if you're doing any form of skirmishing, is if you basically do a quick scope change or whatever you're up to, you could easily lose one of these nuts or one of the little brackets that goes on. Just wanted to show you that. So what I did was, I didn't want to put you through the anguish of it and the boredom of it. I basically did my own slight adjustments. Now I've done it for basically the 4 meter range that I'm in, okay? And all it is taking the caps off, and obviously all I've done is get a small little screwdriver and just do it minutely. When I get chance, okay, them to adjust. When I get chance, next time I'm in the fields or up round Donegal with friends of mine, what I'll do is I'll make finer adjustments for the distance. Now this is my VMP 2. This is one of my favourite ones I've had. I am going to do a video on it because I noticed in one of the comments some people were asking me about it. And all I'm going to do is just see basically, was it okay what I actually did up to the requirement of what I wanted it to do. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on 2. I think it was the best I found before. Yep, I'm on 2 red. All I'm going to do is just see what it's like. I'm not just saying this, for the first 2 to 3 that I dropped, that's too bad for the price. Can't hack a bit of rapid. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt to move you forward slowly. And I'm hoping you can see this target here that I've done. So, grant you, that's me trying to not get blinded by my own little range light that I made. So realistically, what do we think of it? It's cheap. You pay for what you get. I don't see a problem myself in is if you're just gonna run around and possibly damage it in a skirmish. I don't see the point in spending a lot of money on a scope. If you're really into your scopes and you're really into making sure that you hit that accurate point, like I see some of the videos I watch like you do on YouTube, perhaps they're for you. But for £18.99, bargain. Thank you for watching. I have got some more new Airsoft toys that are arriving, and I'll do some more videos. So subscribe if you can, because it just encourages me to give you more information. And it might not be as technical as most people, but hey, hopefully it makes you have a bit of a laugh. Bye for now.